service tech, you should have all of this. So this is the three-way valve. Okay, when you're a certified service tech, when you go for a service call, you gotta make sure you have this kit when you're a certified. Okay, this is specifically for Navien NCB-H right here. NCB-H, where's that thing? Okay. So this is the list of everything that's in here. Okay, all the parts and the description and all of that. Okay, that's for this model NCB-H, and this is our boiler here, combi boiler. So when you talk to your customer with a service call, you can ask some questions to know before you come here to see what's going on, and then the error codes and stuff like that. So this is the NCB 240-110H. And then they're saying that they have heat but they have no hot water. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So the best and easy way to check is you turn on the heating side, which is your thermostat. They have two zones on this one. Turn off the thermostat so it's not calling for heat. Okay, because this is the primary loop here for the heating side, that stainless steel primary loop, see, and this is the secondary. So when those two are off and you turn on your hot water, the flow of water is not going to come down here, you know, and go that way, because the three-way valve is switching it to go to the heat exchanger of the shower, that little thing over there. Okay, so with these new models now, there's a switch right there. So that's the three-way valve right there. Okay, so you're switching it right there from the going down to the bottom over there, or going to this heat exchanger. So that's the three-way valve. When this three-way valve is not working right, or it's stuck in one position, that's why either you have hot water only or you only have heating side only. And that's the part that we're gonna change. Okay, some of it could be just defective or dirt in the system, stuff like that, or it's just electronic side of it. So we're gonna make a video in how to take that out, the whole process. If you stay with me, take it out and then replacing it with a new one. Okay, so I'm gonna post the video first so I can just get everything ready. Okay, so using our Navien screwdriver, a Phillips bit. Okay, see, and it has magnet. So so using our screwdriver, we remove 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the board will be out of the way. Okay, and you also need to make sure you unplug it. Okay, and then now it exposes our three-way valve right there. Okay, so we're gonna change the motor and the three-way the valve itself also. That way there's no more issue with the whole thing. Okay, so then once you remove that, you unplug that, you have to drain the pressure. Okay, so with this we have this water feeder here, so we can just shut this off, or you can also isolate it from here. So since we're just going to be working in the boiler side, not in the distribution side, we can just shut off this manifold bulb. It's kind of hard, but yep. So that red bulb right there. Okay, when you have a good installer, they're gonna put all of this manifold, which is very easy for service. If you hire just a cheap one right there, they might not even put this whole manifold, and that is very hard to fix things, you know. So you isolated now the distribution baseboard side to the boiler side. Now you still have pressure inside, so you have to drain the water out. So there's this boiler drain here. Okay, you don't just want to take out the three-way without releasing the pressure. So you want to make sure you remove all the water in there. So when you remove things out, there's gonna be water come out, but not a lot. And you're not surprised with the water spraying on your face. Okay, so I'm gonna get my bucket and hose. Okay, looks like he already has his bucket here, because the homeowner is trying to get this one going. So he did the flushing on this one, and then we can just use this to drain the pressure. Okay, let me hook it up and then continue the video. Okay, so when you try to drain the system, try to hook up the hose in the blue side, because that's the return area and that connects to the bottom of the heat exchanger right there. So when you open it, it will just release the water on that heat exchanger, and then on the red side, that's where the top side of it is gonna suck in the air, so it doesn't create a vacuum. So you gotta open this up so it will just drain. If you do it the other way, it's gonna be bleeding water here. So you want to hook up here, and this would be the air, for air coming in so it doesn't vacuum. Okay, so we're gonna be using a three-way valve motor only, and the three-way valve itself. Okay, those two you need. Okay, so this is the whole set. So instead of changing just the motor, we're gonna change the whole thing. Okay, so this is the comparison with just the motor, and this is the whole set. Okay, so that's easy swap out. And then we also have an instruction on how to replace that thing. So always read the book if you're in doubt. Okay, here's the book right here. So see, when you have this thing, it's in the instruction. I should not need to make a video but sometimes people want to see how to do it in real life. You know, sometimes the book will get you confused, but it's right there. Okay, three-wheel valve instruction. Just do it right here. So right there. So you see, there's number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. So we did the thing on removing this and removing that. Okay, so out of the way. Okay, and then now we drain the whole boiler. See, it doesn't even say right here to drain it, but it's obvious you have to drain the boiler, you know. And then see, then the bulb swap out. The valve right here, and then right here. See, so I'm gonna go with all of it in the video, but it's just really clips and screws. That's very straightforward. And this is for this is a three-way valve assembly, and then this is the three-wheel valve service kit valve. So this thing here, okay, so the whole thing here, okay. It says right here. Okay, so I'm not gonna go into all of that. I'm just gonna give you the video because sometimes it gets you confused when you follow that. But I already got all of this. So we're gonna be disconnecting this Molex connector for the motor right there. Okay, and then you could just change the motor, you pick the screw out, but we're gonna change the whole assembly. So I'll show you. This model right here is easier to change than the older version of NCB, because with the older version, the motor, that pump is right here, and you have to remove everything to just get to the three-way. This one is already exposed, so this is very easy. Okay, I don't know if somebody can see it or not. I'm gonna try with one hand. Right there, that's the first one, and then there's this clip. See that? That's the clip right there. That's the clip right there, and then the bottom side is just unscrew here. 1, 2. Okay, that's right there. So to remove the L clip, this is the clip right here. So you just shove your screwdriver, a flat screwdriver, anything that you just slide it out that way. That's for that, and that's out of the way. Okay, so you know that's for that. And then next is this guy here. This guy is easy because you just really, even by hand. I mean, I have a perfect hand to do this kind of service call because I have like a girl hand, small hand. So that's already out. That's for the This side is going for the domestic heat exchanger. This is the clip for that, and that's for the heating side, going back return. Okay, that's good. So you already unhooked those, and if you want to, this one is for the whole system changing out. So if you want to just change the motor, so you just basically unscrew this to take it out of there. Okay, not unscrew, but the clip. There's a clip, not unscrew. There's a clip behind it right there. See that? So that's the clip. That's the only thing holding it. So just gotta be careful not hitting anything else, but that's the clip right there. See, you pull it up. That's it. That's just for the motor. If you're changing the motor, changing the motor is easy. That's the hook right there, and then you take out the Molex wiring. Okay, and then that pops out. So there's a little water there. That's why you want to drain it as much you can, so you're not gonna have a lot of water inside the system. So, and let's take a look what's inside of this. See, there's some dirt there. So it does needs a regular flushing every year. End of the year, end of the winter season, you do that, and also after the winter season, you just flush the thing up. So it's just the gasket that's holding it, so you just gotta slowly spin it. So since I'm doing the whole assembly, I'm just gonna do a one video for two. This is for changing just the, see, it's spinning right there because this thing is spinning. So you gotta unhook it because there's a lot of gasket in there, just holding him in. You see that one right there? So nothing's holding, it's just the gasket or the O-ring that's holding him. So the gasket is off. So that could be the reason why it's not spinning, because the gasket inside of the O-ring is off. So that's a good thing that we're changing the whole thing. So we will, once we remove the whole three-way valve, we can see what's going on with it. Okay, so we get that out. So but once you unscrew the bottom, you cannot just remove this three-way because you know it's tight, so you have to have some play. So for you to get some place, you also have to remove this right here. Let's just click for the top. So always remember the number for it. 223. Okay, same thing with the top. 223. They're the same size. So you don't want to mix up that one to the other one because they look the same. But sometimes they might be the same number. Well, actually they're the same number. I changed one of this before and they have like different numbers. So you gotta make sure what number they are because they have these different openings. So that's out of the way. So like there, leave that out. You push it down so you have space and then you pull it out. So that's definitely dirty. So just needs to clean it up. That's good for that. So you have to look for the airflow, not airflow, water flow. So it goes down. So from the heat exchanger in the top, going down, okay? So next we have more space now. That's a lot easier. So there's just 2 screws in the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna do that now. So the screw for the three-way is actually, just need to double check, okay? It's this guy here, not this and this, okay? Because that one is holding this manifold. It's this guy and this guy in the back. Okay, this and this. So see how it's kind of tight? So what we're gonna need to do is find an angle bit to work on that one, okay? If it's very hard to take out, then we can remove this, but it should be fine. Okay, so a few things you need to know, okay, So to remove this right here, there's a screw here. You use this, and then for the other side, you have to remove this for you to get to this, to the three-way. So you can also use for this end here like this. So like right there. Okay, so you can get to that. Just slowly at a time. Also, you can just use this long screwdriver, just enough angle to get to this one right here. You see that? You can also do like that also. Okay. Okay, so this is also all sizes of Phillips bit that we could use because the back side is tight. So using this long one, it's not gonna work because we're hitting the board behind. So we're gonna use a smaller one. So this one, so this is the screwdriver that's perfect for it. Look at it. See, it just misses all of that, but you have to take out that union because it's gonna be in the way. So when you take out the union, you'll get the angle to go there. Okay. So if you do this setup, you don't have to unscrew this, the left and right. You don't have to do that if you can just get to that. Okay. Okay, we got that out there. So it should be free now. So what we do is, if you look at it like that, okay, so you gotta turn to the left so you can unhook from the heat exchanger of the domestic. Go to the left, wiggle it, so you remove it from the left side, and then now you can just pull it up. So the screw is still hooked, but that's fine. So I'm just gonna unhook the screw because it's still hooked up a little bit in there. Okay, so I unhook the screw. Okay, so what's the other one? Okay, so these are the two screws for the zone, for the three-way valve. Okay, so now we're free. So once you have those, then you're free. So let's take a look. See, that's really dirty. So that's the reason why it broke. But it's just full of junk. So that's what we have. The old one. Then we're gonna put the new one. Old one, new one. Okay. So it's looking in there. So it's just rusty. So it's not coming off because something is stuck from it. So let's try if we can pull it out. Oh yeah, it's stuck. So the white thing is stuck. It's broken. So that's one major failure there. See, so this white thing is holding it, so it's not coming off. So that's why it's very good to just get the whole thing. And there's that spring, but it's just dead. See, so better off buy the whole set, not just the motor. Okay. So we're gonna put the new one in there now. This is the new one. So that's what we have now. Just clean it up, all the garbage, and then make sure the gasket right here is good. So that's what we got there. So it's not hard to change it. It's just making the video to let everybody know. So I put time for everyone to learn how to do this. So it's an educational one. So if you've been watching all the way to here, all to this point where we removed that, please like, share, and subscribe. In that way, you know, at least it would help me out and makes me make more video like this, video tutorial. Okay, so it's not hard, it's just making the video is very hard while doing the work. Okay, so basically, to sum it up to how to remove that is, you have to take this out so you can have some play, and then you can have, especially the back side is the hard one. The front side is easy. You just use this long screwdriver from Navien, from that kit, and then that's easy straight in. But for the back side, because you're gonna hit the board, then you use this, so you can, but you have to unhook this so you can have that play. That's the only hard part of it, but other than that, everything's good. It's just now cleaning up, putting it reverse way. Okay, and then I'll show you again. So that we have it right now. So there's really 3 connections. One supply there, that side is for the domestic, for the shower, going to that plate there, heat exchanger, and then from the heat exchanger of that right there for the heating side or for burner. That's where it is. Make sure everything's clean. Check for o-ring, make sure they're set in place. Replace the o-ring if especially it's broken, and then put them all together. Okay, so taking it out, the only hard part of taking it out is the screws behind the unit, like the one on the forwarder. That's the only thing that's hard, but the trick to take that out is just remove this union so you have some space, and then use a smaller screwdriver. Okay, so I'm gonna put it all together now and then show you when we're done. So when you're putting the new one, make sure the o-ring is set on place, and then try to, when you put it, like make it spin when you hook it in, and then just slide it all the way in, and then lock in there. Once you see that they're set together, then you can put this clip. That way it's not gonna move on you while you're putting the screw. Okay, so how to put this clip is just, my small hand is just perfect for this. So if you really have a big hand, maybe try not to do it. Okay, a small hand is perfect to do this work, but if you want to do it yourself, you have a bigger hand, it might be challenging for you. But for me, I got a small hand, I can just line it up. See, I'm just using one hand right there. You lock that right there. So we just have to make sure that the clip, see, I'm gonna put my lights in it. So you see that right there? So you have to make sure that those block, it's like a lip, is in between the hole of the locking system or the clip. So both of them, see? And if you spin them, kind of hard to do this, but let me just do it like this. So if you spin them, it's still in, it's intact, and it's not just gonna come off on you. Go make sure that they're all locked in. See that? So you can spin it freely, and that's locked in. So that's good now on that side. That's for the domestic side. So now we're just gonna put the screw underneath.